Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and our first guest is the Executive Director of Community Food Advocates and joins us today to share more about their work. We welcome Liz Accles to the show. Liz,
Thank
you're
you.
doing tremendous work in our community, and we thank you, we love you, and we appreciate you. Tell us more.
Thank
How
you.
are you working out with the food distribution and everything that you're doing in our community?
Yeah, so just to give you a little bit of sense of what we're doing, Community Food Advocates is an advocacy organization that has a coalition that focuses a lot on school food and called the Lunch for Learning campaign. We have a very active Lunch for Learning parent caucus, along with the school-based unions that we do a lot of work with, DC 37, UFT, CSA, the principals union. So we all of us come together, as well as pediatricians and a bunch of anti-hunger groups. So we've been working together for quite some time. We collectively in 2017 got universal free school lunch for all New York City public school students.
Excellent.
And so we are, as the emergency kind of kicked in around COVID, our coalition kind of pivoted to working with the city around its emergency response, food response, to make sure people had food to eat. So we work in collaboration with the city, especially around the school food programs that have been so essential during this pandemic, as well as the Food Czars team. We're doing the home delivered meal. So
I like that.
Yeah.
While school is out, people can still go to the schools to get food.
Yeah, so the city has done a really extraordinary job in terms of food response during the pandemic, with the school-based grab-and-go sites, so that children and adults, with or without children, can go get food 3 meals a day if they want. So that's it's really important for folks to know. And I'll give our website has a really good searchable map to find that information. So again, it's three meals a day for anyone in the household. So
I thought it was just breakfast or lunch. I didn't know you can eat dinner in school too.
Well, basically during the COVID emergency, they have
grab and go.
They grab and go. So they're doing basically a breakfast and 2 lunches of what the city's serving. So we're working with the city, the Department of Education's Office of Food and Nutrition Services, to, where we're working closely in terms of getting the word out. If there are problems at particular sites, working with them to get that addressed, and then also making sure that if there are system-wide things that we're seeing, that those are addressed too. There are halal and kosher sites also that are serving. And
Liz, with the high unemployment rate out there, are you more in demand today than ever before?
Oh yeah, I mean the numbers and the need is just tremendous. I mean, just given this is the pandemic has only shined a light and made it that much worse, the food insecurity issues that are rampant in New York City. So yeah, I think it's 1 in 4 New Yorkers are food insecure. I mean, it's an enormous, and it's job insecurity, loss of jobs, the enormous rental costs, just cost of living. So yeah, the numbers have gone up significantly. And so, we want to make sure that, the response that the city has been having, that's really been quite extraordinary, that the response continues, because we know the need is going to continue.
How can people help your organization?
Well, there are a few different ways. One is, we mostly look at the role, government's role in responding to food and advocating for strong programs. So if you're at grab and go sites and you see things that are going well, or you see things that are problematic that could be responded to, we'd like to hear from you, and then we would work with the city to get things resolved. So we always want to hear what's going on. We want to hear if folks need things that perhaps we can try to mobilize. And, we always can use financial support if folks are interested in doing that.
Who's supporting? Is it just ordinary people in the community, or elected officials, or corporate?
Our financial support is primarily through foundations, and then we get some support from individual donors.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
You were going to share that schedule with us a little while ago. Is it on your website?
We have, just to say, we have some really good information on the website, communityfoodadvocatesnyc.org, and there's COVID-19 resources. And I just want to say one quick thing. We also are doing a lot of work around pandemic EBT, and that is a stimulus program that came from the federal government for food support funds that are going to be going to all 1.1 million New York City public school students. Wow. And that's been rolling out. It's $420 for the days the schools were closed between March and June. So we have a ton of information on our website. If you look there, there's one-pagers in 7 languages. There's frequently asked question documents. So there's a lot of confusion about what it is, and it's a really important program. Think of it, think of it as a stimulus check for $420 that's going to all families.
Yeah, never forget the people that feed you.
Exactly right.
Thank you for your service. We really, really appreciate you.
Thank you.
That website one more time is?
communityfoodadvocatesnyc.org.
All right. Liz Accles, Executive Director, Community Food Advocates. Thank you for your service.
Thank
you. We appreciate you, and we love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. We'll see you again.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a break right here on Open. I've got more. Stay right there.